So good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL. It is Wednesday evening, which means it is time to let the GT3 racers out on circuit as season 24 hits its halfway point, round 5, and it is for the first time this season the endurance week of this season, and so the drivers out of their Group 4 Aston Martins into the Group 3 versions, the V12s, tonight for a slightly longer race, a more complex race, but I imagine going to be plenty of the same thrilling action that GT3 has provided this season. Has been up there with probably one of the best seasons of GT3 so far. Multiple race winners, great battles up and down the field, and a very tight battle going on currently. Tom DeVal currently on the intermediates, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Don't think I want to be on them. Certainly still got time to change that. Hopefully he realises before the qualifying starts. There we go, he's realised, thank God for that. Nobody would be silly enough to start intermediates on a dry Lago Maggiore. Absolutely nobody. Nobody I know at all. No. Absolutely not. So then. Good evening those in the chat already. Good evening Fever, good evening Derek, good evening Jordan. Welcome to the stream. Good evening Pagani. Yes, don't you make those eyes. Don't you make those eyes. I have fed my cats, Max, thank you. They are fed. I've got one sat on the windowsill staring out the window at the moment. Keeping me company. You never know when you might need them. True, you might never know when you need them. I don't think you're going to need them around here though because it can't rain. Mike says 90 seconds to check the tyres. I don't know how long he thinks the tyres, that people need to check their tyres, but there we go, no quality anyway. Of course then, so the format for tonight then, I can't remember off the top of my head how long the race is going to be, so let me just dig that information up. Must be prepared as always. We'll figure that anyway. Tonight's action, there's no qualifying tonight, so the grid has been decided by championship order, or reverse championship order rather. So qualifying, or the grid order is as follows. And Max Def then joined us last week. He starts on pole position. Alongside him is going to be a Zeus. Then it's Beach and Zombie on the row 2, Sir Goose and Co Andy on row 3, Oblivion and Mikey together on row 4, Odon and Zom share row 5, Face Potter and Tom DeVal share row 6, with Derek and Matman bringing up the rear, although it is Dusty Fossil filling in then tonight for him. So Max Def leading us off then, Jesus, Johnny Boy, Sir Goose, Andy, Oblivion, Mikey, Odon, Zom, Face Potter, Tom DeVal, Derek, and Dusty Fossil, so I'm missing Zombie. Have a look at them. And we are racing then, so 3 tyre compounds must be used tonight, soft, mediums and hards, for a minimum of, I think it's 4 laps. Was it 5 laps? That, like I said, a bit bigger into the for the first time, then maxed on the soft tyres, under attack though from a Zeus. So I've looked at who's on what tyres then. 5 laps, thank you Pagani. So Max and Jesus first and second on the soft tyres, medium tyres for Sir Goose in third, as is Johnny Boy in fourth, and he's on the mediums as well. Hards then for Oblivion, just Mikey. Odon on the medium tyre making moves already, Zom's on the hards, Tom DeVal's on the hards, medium for Face Potter, hards for Derek, and hards for Dusty Fossil at the back. And Max then leads as they sweep up the hill. Fending off Jesus then, heading in then to this tricky S's section. Let's go on board then with Max Def on the shoulder cam. Just twist the section then, out onto the back straight now. Big drop down towards the hairpin. Lead is currently second. Drop down to the hairpin, of course Max there in a Red Bull livery, 33. The name and that brand synonymous with each other. F1 and now FTRL as he heads up through the next S's. Top 3 making a little bit of a break then, and he's up to 4th as well. Had a good start. Johnny Boy there. Oblivion under threat from Mikey. Goes on the hard tyres there. Mikey's car standing out like a sore thumb. Face Odon there, who's on the medium tyres, wanting to make some moves. The guys all around him are on hards. He is looking to find a way through. He expects Carl to get a podium, maybe even the winter. He's really good in endurance, he is indeed. However, he is slightly hindered by the fact because he's a GT driver filling in, he can't use the soft tyres. That's further back. We've got a battle going on between Tom and Tom. It's Zom on the inside of Tom Duval as they break for turn 1, start lap 2. Down the inside he goes and takes the position away there. Nice move. Tom's a little bit wide at the final corner. They get very sideways between turns 1 and 2. Drifting there as well, and Face Potter might wrap him up here as well. So on the outside then as they go through the S's. Face Potter on the medium tyres, of course. Trying to switch back around the outside. Has he got the momentum? Not quite. He's had a really good season so far. Very possible at the back for the moment, but Max continues to lead. Then his lead is now 2.3 seconds, and so Max checking out here. Well, the sun is shining clear out for him, so he's not getting hurt by the dirty air, especially for this section here. Well, you never know, Fever. Carl he's a very good driver, but I do feel that now the quality, as we were talking earlier in my stream, I think the quality in GT3 is now such a level that it's not really like a massive advantage for those coming in anymore. Like the level at the front of GT3 is on par with GT2. No Matt this week, let him know he's on holiday. He timed his holiday badly. He's gone away this week. I think he's in Mallorca. Of course, the week break is next week, so he's timed that poorly. Max then leading by 2.6 seconds. Jesus still going well in P2. Front 2, of course, on the soft tyres. So Goose doing well in 3rd place on the mediums, with Andy now closing in as well. Of course, Andy a double winner last time out at Laguna Seca. He's up into 4th place then. Close down, nice black and orange livery. Johnny Boy going well in 5th. Nice bit of a gap then. Mikey's now in P6, being chased hard by Odon. Oblivion's back a couple of places then. And we're going, of course, on the medium tyres. So we wanted to try and clear Mikey, who is on the hards. Grass there, going a little bit deep into turn 1, but gets it stopped. He has got this is where the train is at the minute. Mikey, Odon, Oblivion, Zom, Face Potter, Tom Duval, Dusty Fossil and Derek. All in a big train. Well, up front, Max Def continues to lead, 2.6 seconds. The gap has just sort of stagnated now. Jesus is now just starting to hold on to him a little bit, but still holding Sagoose off. And look at already the wear on those soft tyres. Quite a high rate of tyre degradation. To lead then, it's down to the hairpin for the 3rd time. Those tyres, look at them, you're probably going to get 5 or 6 laps out of them. He's got a full tank of fuel. So the cat's just tried to walk across the side of my rig and fallen off. Spectacular fashion. Oh, in the grab of the background, Johnny Boy. Out of the hairpin, he's gone a little bit deep there and has lost places. Through goes Odon, through goes Mikey. We've got Zom and Tom side by side again. They're both ahead of Oblivion now. Zom just about holding him off. And now they're catching Johnny, but Tom Duval's out on the grass there, switches to the inside. Zom goes defensive. Oblivion now looking for a move at the inside. You've got Oblivion at the inside of Face Potter, who's gone around the outside of him. Dusty Fossil slipping back there with a half-second penalty. Don't know where he's got that from. They're getting back ahead of Dusty Fossil. It's all kicking off, but the front 4 have absolutely checked out. There. Odon now up to 5th, and he's got ahead of Mikey finally. So now he can try to make hay. Well, he's got some clear track now and a better tyre than the car behind him. Here comes the train now, zooming out the front of this queue then. Face spotter around the outside of Johnny Boy there. Ooh, bit of contact there with Tom DeVal sideways again as well. There can we go, very tricky this one. It's cambered, so it pulls you in, but the line there's very difficult to get right there. Tom DeVal trying to go on the outside of Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy holding the tighter line. He retains the position. Always got to the second penalty there. So too much curb cutting through the SS section. Another half-second penalty in the background for Dusty Fossil. He's about to serve his penalty. Who's dropped off the back? There's Oblivion, and who's dropped off the back. He's had a moment somewhere. Up front, untroubled, Max Def. But look at that, his front left tyre is already gone. So 4 laps out of the soft tyre. He has made hay while the sun has shined then, so I expect to see him peel off into the pits this time around. Got off of those tyres, and he probably won't need any fuel. He's going for another lap. Max, what are you doing, you mental bar steward? Jesus then has now got Sir Goose and Andy all over the back of him. And Sir Goose to the outside. Of course, a winner last time out at Laguna Seca. With the 2 wide still as they go around the hairpin, then Sir Goose looking for a way through. But at the minute he's doing a really good job of holding him off then. And the tyres looking good, but yeah, Azusa's tyres are slightly better than Max's. You can only use it for a minute, yeah, a minimum of 5 laps, but you're going to use the soft tyres again surely later on. But that tyre is absolutely cooked on Max. He needs to be very careful here. See the gaps now. He's lost nearly a second of his lead. In fact, he has lost a second of that lead on this lap alone. So that decision to stay out may have been the wrong one for Max Def. He's going on the pack there. O'Don now pulling clear of Mikey. Behind that, it's Face Potter now. He's got to the front of this train. So we've got another one on the medium tyres, clearing. Well, he could have let him because he can go back onto soft later on and get his 5 lap allocation in. So it's a minimum of 5 laps on each compound. So you only have to use them 4 or 5 laps combined. It can be across multiple stints. Because those tyres are not lasting very long. Derek then, we've lost Johnny Boy off the back there. He's serving his second penalty. Just a fossil. Also a little bit off the back, and Oblivion coming through as well. Maxon has extended that gap again a little bit as Jesus continues to try and hold off Sir Goose and Andy. They just need to hang on for a couple of corners because he's going to get out of the way. He's got no front left tyre either. Good evening, Biggles. Come on the final couple of corners then. So this time they've got to peel off. Those tyres are absolutely done and they're hemorrhaging time. The Max's lead is now back up to 3 seconds. That's how hard Jesus defending. Andy has taken advantage. He's up the inside of Sir Goose into the final corner. Oh, he's on the wrong side because Jesus wants to go left here. Whoa, he has to tuck it behind there. Very nearly back into the pits. Then coming off first to Max and Jesus are in. So Andy has been released into the lead of the race. Sir Goose though right on his tail. These two battled it last week at Laguna. Resuming battle. Oh, Sir Goose very sideways there. Lights the rear tyres up round the turn 2 hairpin. So now, of course, we enter the strategy. Do you move the Airbnb hops for the peaks? Absolutely. Living your best life. I'm not jealous at all. So, front 3 then, medium shod. We've got Andy leading Sir Goose and O'Don in third. Mikey is the lead driver who started on the hard tyres. Face Potter now clear in 5th on the mediums. He's bringing Tom DeVal with him. Potter now up to 7th. As he said earlier, just chill at the back while the race sorts itself out. Now he starts to make his move forward. Johnny Boy in 8th. We've got Oblivion in 9th. Max then out on the hards. So Max is now on the hard tyres. Medium tyres for Zom. So he has got rid of his hard tyres already. Oh, good evening, Madman. Greetings from España. Well, your stand-in is currently running P7. So he's getting some good points. 10th is on 11th, and Jesus then is now out on the hard tyre as well. He has filled the tank, while Max has also filled the tank, so I'm not quite sure. There was a massive gap between Jesus and Max. It wasn't that big before, so... Let's head on to Jesus, and Derek's also pitted. He's off the hard tyres, and he's now onto the mediums. So, the strategy game has begun. Who's on for the win? Well, good question. Well, Andy currently leads the way. You'll be pleased to know that. So Gusto in hot pursuit. Oda not far back either. Mikey going really well. Mikey's only 8 seconds off the lead and on the hard tyres. Good stint from him. Max Def was leading from pole. He's pitted early though to get off the soft tyres because they were cooked. So he's now in the pack. So strategies are now starting to play out, and of course it will all come together later on. Last sort of 5 or 6 laps when we see where everybody lies. Hopefully it'll be as good as the Nürburgring race that ended last season. So let's see how the strategy game works out then. But up front, Andy leading the way now by 2 seconds. Now you would imagine he's going to have got one more lap in that medium, that front left. They're doing well, but the Goose has already cooked his front left tyre. His front right is not a lot better either. So yeah, really working those front tyres hard. Andy's in comparison has done a really good job managing his tyre wear. Odon is kind of in the middle of the two. His front left's a lot worse, but his front right is maybe a little bit better than Andy's there. So just Mikey meanwhile goes to the hard tyre runners. Face Potter's also kind of cooked his tyres, and Tom DeVal going well as well. Another one on the hard tyres. He's the second place runner who started on the hards. So at the minute, you would say perhaps advantage Mikey. Long way to go. And the strategies then play out, and they'll also Goose peel off this time. Andy, I think, that front tyre's kind of given out a little bit towards the end of this lap. So does he have one more lap in it? We'll see then. Into the final quarter he comes. He's going to go one more lap then. He's going to try and get to lap 8. So Goose is going to peel off meanwhile. So Goose pits from P2. Odon's in as well. So Goose are doing a good job on fuel. Only 35 litres left for him. 28 for Odon there. So 7 litres difference. That's a good time saving there. As Face Potter's in as well. So they have cooked their mediums. And it now leads by 10 seconds over Mikey. Mikey still pounding around on his hard tyres. So we've got a mix of strategies then for those who've started on the hard. Some of them are going long, like Mikey, like Tom, like Dusty Fossil, Oblivion. And then you've got the likes of Zom, Derek, who've got off of their hard tyres at the first opportunity. To see which strategy is going to play out, because you would imagine then they're going to have to do an extra stop, but of course they're now going to be catching the guys ahead of them hand over fist. So Zom is 22 seconds behind Mikey at the minute, now on the medium tyre, so he will be catching Max Def at the minute. Max of course now on the hard tyres, and starting with the softs on down the inside into the hairpin here, up the inside. Max isn't coming, gives him a squeeze, stays ahead though. So too far back to make the move that time around. Good defence from Max. Odon there lurking in the background as well in P8. He's now on the soft tyres, so he'll be flying in this stint. You see there he's not filled the tank either, so a little bit less weight in the car should mean he gets his 5, maybe even extra 6 laps on his soft tyres. We'll see as this stint plays out. Face Potter also on the softs. So Goose has come out on the hards, so he's taking his pain early. Jesus, he's on the hard tyres. Johnny Boy's pitted, he's now on the hards as well. For Derek then, a minute. Got work to do. That. Here comes Andy into the pits then. Potentially, yes. He's only done 5 laps, so it really depends how far he can get those medium tyres. Last sentence, in comes Mikey. Interestingly, now look at the fuel difference there. Andy, 32 litres in Andy's car. Mikey's got 17. It's nearly half. That's half. Mikey's got half the fuel that Andy has in the same period. Andy's short fueling, so he's going to come out on the... Oh, he's going on the hards. So that would suggest a short stint for Andy. He's out in P3 then. So this is where the different strategies start playing out there. Meanwhile, we've got Max under pressure. Zom has gone by and Odon's down the inside of him into turn 1. They arrive together. Max just hangs on around the outside. Yeah, wow, indeed, Fever there. Andy with the fuel save to end all fuel saves. Either that or Mikey's been absolutely rinsing his car. He's in the pits at the minute. We can't really see what everybody else is in the pits. Van der Valen, now the race leader then, having not yet stopped. He's playing the game, Andy. He certainly is. He's got half a tank of fuel on the hard tyres. Whether or not the soft tyres will last 6 laps, but I suppose if he looks after them, he's put himself in a very strong position. I mean, witchcraft, that's what it is, Fever, witchcraft. So then, with all the shuffling around, Tom Deval still leads. Dusty Fossil now finds himself in P2. Still getting this weird loading glitch of the liveries now. I don't know what's gone on here because that car's supposed to be green. But it's kind of mixed between the 2 liveries you can get for the Aston. You've either got the green one, which is very similar to what Tom's running, or the blue and yellow one, the blistering one. But it seems to just merge the 2 together for some reason. Hey-ho. So I'm sure it looks like, in fact, I'm sure he's got an Old Spice livery on it, and I can't even see it, which is really disappointing. There we go. I have no idea what Oblivion cars look like either. Oblivion go well in 4th. Zom, though, also going well in 5th, and so he's kind of put himself in the mix now as well. Yeah, I was saying that's given Andy a massive advantage indeed. Pondeval in at the end of lap 9. So he's gone long. Just a Fossil and carries on, however. He now leads. Andy's going to come through, retake P2. Under attack there from Zom into turn 1. Holding off for now, but Zom looking very racy at this stage. And Odon's joined this battle as well. Of course, Odon's on the soft tyres. He's all over the back of Zom. Turner's all over the back of Oblivion. And the flash of the lights up for Oblivion. I think he's going to let them go. I think he knows this isn't their here's his battle. Zom goes through. Odon's going to follow him through as well. So break for the hairpin. Oh, Zom goes defensive there. Odon trying to get up the inside. Nothing doing. Oblivion lets them go. Odon into the outside of Zom. Up towards the S's. Zom comes across there, takes the nose. Oh, right in the braking zone there. Need to get a motor on if they want to catch Andy. He's looking very strong. He's 8 seconds ahead of this battle. Odon has got a good run there. He's on the outside though. He's on those staying ahead. Let's head down towards the braking zone for the hairpin. He's on 3rd. Odon on 4th. Oblivion behind them has not yet stopped. But he's going well on fuel as well. Let's look at Dusty Fossil. He's usually very good on fuel. He's in fact out. Oblivion. Oh, Dusty Fossil's wide. Through the double right-hander there. It's not where he wants to be. Mistake there. This battle rages on. I don't know if Zom knows he's got a tyre disadvantage to Odon. Odon, of course, on soft. Look, he's got 5 cars, and these guys are starting to bottle up a little bit here. Oblivion. Max Stephen Face Potter joining the battle now as well. Another one on the soft tyre. On to 3rd then into turn 1. Odon still pursuing. Oblivion and Max together, and Face Potter look at the inside. Turn 2. Max on the hards, and Face Potter's sideways on his soft tyres. Down towards there, but then get a long shot there. Face Potter then getting up the inside now of both the hard shod cars of Oblivion and Max, and he's up to P5. Oblivion, they're very sideways, legs and big black lines out of the hairpin, and that allows Max around the outside as well, so Max up to 6th. Oblivion doing a really good job on his fuel then. He's going really deep into this race. Not yet pitted. I'm sure I'll be back next season, Pickles, don't worry. I think the Super Formula experiment will be a one-season only job. And we come then, still Odon and Zom are nose to tail. Zom, however, is about out of fuel, so he will peel off this time around. We'll release Odon. Meanwhile, Dusty Fossil has got Andy on the back of him then. Both of them on the hard tyres. Dusty Fossil's also about to peel off here then, so big stint from him. Almost into the back there as Dusty Fossil peels left. Into the pits then, so he's done a monster stint there. So he's going for the 2-stop strategy, I think. Trying to do one less pit stop. Nobody else has definitely put himself in the window. Odon then takes P2. That's Dusty and Zom pit. There's face passer. Through goes Max Def. Through goes Oblivion. Oblivion then going to lap 12 on those hard tyres. Then that is an absolutely impressive stint there. He's gone beyond Dusty Fossil, who's usually one of the best on the fuel saves, as we saw last season in GT3 at the Dragon Trail round, where he played the fuel game. He'll be in this time around as he's almost out of fuel, and he then leads again by 9 seconds then. Hold on. Probably lost a little bit of time there. You can see him doing 56.6s, so he's currently got he's got the fastest lap of the race. He's done a 56.6, but apparently Max's 56.8 was quicker than that, so I don't know what's gone on there. So Odon, you can see there on lap 8 he's on a 56.6, and apparently the fastest lap of the race so far is a 56.8 from Max Def. Interesting. That then Dusty Fossil has now stuck on the soft tyres, so he's going racy, but he's all the way at the back of the grid again. He's got traffic as well, which is not what he wants, especially when the car in front of him is on hard tyres. It should make quick work of him. Zom there, he's now out on the soft tyres again. In fact, no, that's Zom on the soft tyres now, isn't he? So he's now done his allocation of tyres. So he can now have a free choice for the rest of the race. Right there. Derek, meanwhile, is quietly going about his business as well. The one who went early in the first stint, was doing a longer second stint. In comes Face Potter in third. Odon's gone around for one more lap. That front left tyre is about done. Oblivion in finally as well then, so he's made it to lap 12. Hell of a stint that from him. 2 litres in the tank as well, so great stint there from Oblivion. Now he's putting himself into contention, but different strategies playing out here. We've got Andy up front who's going just all out attack, short stints, might mean an extra stop, but he's pushing hard. Then you've got the sort of Dusty Fossils and Oblivion who are going long, trying to do less stops. Which strategy will be the one to prevail, and we'll find out due course, but at the minute it's anybody's race. But this man looking the favourite, he was at the sharp end at the beginning of the race, stayed there or thereabouts as well. Max Def's found his way back up to third, but he's 16 seconds in arrears. The man who was just behind him when he did his pit stop, but of course he didn't fuel, while Max did. Odon meanwhile has cooked his front left, so he will be in this time around. Rounds the hairpin, going well here. Another one who's right on the cusp of getting his first FTRL win. I think it's far away. I've seen Sagoose win his first race this season. I've seen Zom take wins this season. Mattman's taken wins this season. Tom DeBauer's taken wins this season. Andy's taken wins this season. Sagoose has taken wins this season. Derek's taken wins this season as well. Derek's taking his first wins this season. So Odon's probably one of the next ones. It's definitely on the cusp for him. Seen pace from him. It just hasn't transpired into the results we know he's probably capable of. We know he's probably capable of. That doesn't make any sense. We know he's capable of them. Soon he will be realising them as in he comes in. So Max Def will come around and he should retake the lead. And he does. Max lead, Andy then filling the tank. Oh, putting some fuel in anyway. Filling the tank, Tom Duval into P2. On the medium tyres. Now he's ahead of Mikey. Mikey also on the medium tyres, and so those two were running together earlier on. So Tom has jumped Mikey. So again, these two, Mikey went a bit long, well, it's sort of at mid-distance on his hard tyres in the first stint, went to lap 8 before pitting. He's now on the medium tyres. So is it about the same again? Different strategies playing out. We don't really know where anybody is at the minute. Derek going well in 4th now, so again, this is how the ahead of Andy, indeed. Then so yeah, that's Lund just pointed out. Then Zom has cleared Andy, and that stopped then. So Zom on the soft tyres as well. So he'll be looking to try and pull away. He's on lower fuel as well. Andy's got 3/4 of a tank, so his medium stint. So that's just one more stop for him. He's gone back onto the mediums, interestingly as well. He hasn't used the soft tyres yet, has he? He started on the medium tyres, switched to the hards. He's now back on the medium tyres, and so Andy doubles into the mediums. They do seem to be the better race tyre, just for longevity purposes more than anything, I think. P10, there's a Zeus. Really good first in there, and P2. Oblivion then in P12. He's now on the medium tyres, so again another one doing something slightly different. So you're probably looking at Dusty Fossil comparing to him. Now where's Dusty Fossil? I mean, he's a P8 and he's 19 seconds off, so there's a bit of a gap there between Oblivion. Oblivion's 44 off the lead, Dusty Fossil's 19. Cat's just sat next to me and perked up like something's happening, but I can't see what she's looking at. She's doing that thing. Max Def in then from P2, Derek's in from P4. Well, Max was of course leading the race, sorry, wasn't he? Here we go, here's the battle. There's Sir Goose on the attack meanwhile of Andy. Goose on the hards. And now on the mediums, so different strategies. Yeah, James saying Derek and Dusty Fossil doing very well, but because on different strategies to a lot of people. It's difficult to know where they are. Derek's in the pits. P11, Dusty Fossil in P6 and attacking Sir Goose. Dusty's now on his soft tyres, of course. Inside into P5 he goes. Of course, critically, look, he's just behind Andy and Zom. Now, for him, of course, he's used his hard tyres, he's now on the soft, so he's only got the mediums left to lose, and he's got to use the soft tyres yet, so Carl really needs to get ahead of Andy. Screeching there through as he comes out of the S's. Front left tyre starting to look rough. And he's coming back at him despite being on the medium tyres. Flashing the lights there. Trying to distract him in the mirrors. Go on board with the chase. This banked hairpin there. Carries so much more speed there because he used the camber of the corner. Railroads itself around the outside. Through the S as we go. Goes there nicely over the left hand side, then a little double right hander coming up, throw it in, apex, and they go all the way to the outside. Just put on the outside, then again lift off in, Tom Duval in from the race lead meanwhile. Slightly against that curve on the left then, and he's got to drop down the hill. Again, a slightly banked corner. Just go a little bit more speed, because a little bit of camera to help you. Andy now all over the back of Zom, but we know Zom is one of the hardest guys to overtake in this division. They now assume the race lead. When he thinks about it, he's not brave enough on the brakes. Zom holding off for now, and they're going wide in, trying to get tight out of the hairpin here. Go for the old switch back. I nearly did a Crofty there. I didn't want to do it. Stop myself because I'm not that guy. So wait now, get on the power again there. Oh, Andy very sideways there. Had a good run there. That stunted his progress though, and Zom will hold off, I think, here. This is a really tricky corner because you're kind of turning as you're braking, and the cars really do not like that. It can really unsettle the back. The Zom's very wide though as they head up the hill. And that's the only opportunity Andy needed. Now where is Zom? He's still on the inside. Is he going to reappear? He's still there. Gives him a pinch. Zom's not going to give a quarter, we know that much though. They're going side by side. Zom's still there. And now he drops in behind. There he is then. So Andy getting the move done. And now Dusty Fossil has joined the battle as well then. So we've got 3 for the lead, but Andy hits the front again. And here comes Dusty Fossil. Down the inside of Zom into the braking zone for the hairpin. He's got the inside line. They're both on soft tyres, but Dusty Fossil's significantly better condition. However, Zom has held on around the outside beautifully. But he'll be in this time around because he's out of fuel. Oh, he's up the inside again this time. Zom's got no front left tyre to fight with. But he'll continue to fight. He's on the grass. But Dusty gets him wrapped up this time. And through he goes into P2. Good move from Dusty Fossil. So into P2. That's critical for his race. Zom now will peel off into the pits. Now is he going to go onto the mediums for the rest of the race? Is he going to do another short soft stint? What is he going to do? He's now on the soft tyres. Meanwhile in P6 he's ahead of Tom Duval again as well, interestingly. Tom now on the mediums. In the background we've got A Zeus and Face Potter down 7th and 8th. Derek coming through as well into 9th. Oblivion, there's Max. Basically the strategy is just all over the shop at the minute. We really don't know where everybody sort of stands in terms of the overall classification. We probably won't find out, and probably until about lap 20 to 22ish, I think. And we'll start to see where everybody's at. Zom's on his way, he's back on the soft tyres. Thought he might do. He's going to do a short soft stint. He's only half fueled, so he's going to do a quick soft stint, try and put himself ahead of the cars he was battling with, Andy and Dusty Fossil. And then of course they'll go mediums to the end. Johnny Boy now on his hard tyre stint. This will be a horrible stint for him then. He's got some clear track as well, so we can focus on nailing his lines. Beautiful West Ham livery there on his car. Sky blue. And he leads by 2.2 then over Dusty Fossil. Dusty Fossil has probably got maybe a lap more in that tyre. Or is he going to try and do the undercut on Andy? And that's the fastest lap of the race, well, a 55.9. Zom started hards, then went mediums, then softs, and then softs again. Yep, that's right. Maybe 5 laps at the start. And the hards, got them out of the way, early doors. Suppose we're going to do one more lap then. He's going to burn that tyre up then, so he's then got 8 laps to do on the mediums to the end. Sagoose and Odon now battling. Sagoose is out wide, Odon's up the inside of him. They're side by side as they come across the start finish straight. Everyone trying to drag alongside. Breaks over turn 1. Oh, Mikey's in hot behind him as well. Mikey arrives on the scene. Did well there not to cause a collision. And he came in. So, there we go. Cut back then, of course. Odon now on the hard tyres. Sagoose also the hard. Mikey should make short work that he's dragged past Odon on traction. He's also got past Sagoose there just on traction alone on those soft tyres. Great move from Mikey. He's had a really strong race here. Odon up the inside of Sagoose into the hairpin. Through he goes. So Sagoose going back 2 places. So so Sagoose has got the livery, the sort of default Aston livery, the green one. Which is kind of like the blue version of what Oblivion and Dusty Fossil are showing, but I'm sure that car's got a different number on it. I think, I can't remember. Tom Duval now also entering the chat. In the F1 Aston Martin livery then, he's going to wrap up Sagoose as well. So Sagoose losing 3 places on this lap alone. His very worn hard tyres. Again, pulling away from this pack then. He is 10 seconds behind Dusty Fossil. Dusty Fossil has cooked that front left tyre now, though. He's now lost 2 seconds to Andy on this lap, who you imagine is still the favourite. Out there, but he goes away by 4.9. In comes Dusty Fossil from P2. So he'll be going to the medium tyres. Then we'll take P2. Tom Duval has got ahead of Odom. In the mix as well, we've got Jesus and Derek battling hard. Derek up the inside of the final corner. Jesus they're going for the cutback though. Got the momentum off the corner. Derek on the softs, Jesus on the mediums, and just behind them, Face Potter on the hards. And the hairpin again. Derek has had a quiet start to the race, but he's definitely in the mix for a strong result here. I don't think the win's in the offing, but definitely a top 5 is a possibility. Getting towards everybody's final pit stops, so this is where everything's going to shake out. What's going up further back? And this is Zom, who's on the soft tyres again, but not doing the sort of lap times you'd want to be doing there. 56.0 is okay, but 57.7 last time around. It's not the kind of pace he needs to be running if he's going to make another stop work then. So has Zom maybe just had a bit of a drama somewhere on that last lap, compromising his strategies. 35 seconds off the lead. Should be closing in. We'll keep an eye on the AC there. He's taking chunks of time through the S's there on those soft tyres. Is that extra pit stop just going to hurt him a little bit too much? We shall see. Dusty Fossil then is back out on the soft tyres, interestingly. Now that seems like a long way to try and take those soft tyres. Also, hasn't used the mediums yet. Or am I getting the tyre glitch? I don't know. Kind of boy. Setting consistent lap times. Struggles around on those hard tyres. They will feel horrible having been on softs and mediums earlier on. There's been consistent lap times. That's all he's going to have to do. Start building from there. Up front, Andy leading still. High 57s, low mid 57s. Oh, of course, he can't use the soft tyres, can he? Can he? I don't know what's going on. Well, it says soft tyres. That's all I'm saying. And he's got the fastest lap, so I don't know what the rule is, Matt. Mikey then is now on the red line of fuel, so Mikey will be in this time around for what should be his final stop then, as he goes purple in sector 1. I don't know. I don't know. I've not been paying that much attention. Not allowed medium from that. Okay. To be fair, they are probably the better race tyre, aren't they? So yeah, flashing the lights for the camera. Some sort of Morse code. He rounds the hairpin. So when does Andy pull the trigger for his final stop then? To go, he could probably get the soft tyres to the end from here, so we might see him dive in this time. Ah, I see, clever stuff that Andy's going to do. One more lap on those medium tyres. To be fair, his pace has been good. A little bit of drop there, 58.8, so again staying in the 58s there, but again consistent lap times from Andy. Really good pace. Mikey's going to peel off this time. He's into the pits. Tom Duval goes through. Derek's going to peel off as well. He's almost out of fuel. Put himself though in position for a top 5 result. In comes Sir Goose, who's cooked his hard tyres there. That's a mammoth stint from him. We've got Zom versus Oblivion then. Zom of course on the soft tyres. I think so. I don't think he's got enough fuel. Yeah, Tom will definitely be pitting. Look again, he's on the red line of fuel, so he'll be pitting again. Zom versus Oblivion. Oblivion on used mediums. Zom on used softs now. But yeah, I do think that extra stop there has hurt Zom. So perhaps the short stint on the hards was not the way to go. Mediums do seem to be the better tyre, the better base tyre, should we say. Probably because A, you can get solid lap times out of them. I mean, you see Andy doing 57s and 58s consistently over a stint, whereas the soft tyres will give you 55 for a lap and a couple of 56s. But the drop off is quite supreme to see them there doing 58.8s, and now Zom's not even got the tyre advantage anymore. Yeah, they're pointing out Zom, that extra stop I think is going to hurt him. He's 33 seconds behind. They've both got one more stop to make. Andy's will be this lap then. He's on the red line of fuel. His front left tyre also about down to the threads. So the ones we need to look out for is on dips of tyre and the gravel coming out the hairpin. Andy's going to be relative to Dusty Fossil and relative to Mikey. And the ones I think he's racing. Andy's in. Val will be in as well. So they pit then. Zom will come around. He'll be pitting as well. He'll be on the medium tyres to the end there. We'll dip the tyre on the gravel there though. Yeah, so he was 5 seconds ahead of Dusty Fossil when he pitted. Dusty Fossil then coming down to the final corner. He has probably managed to claw some of that back between 56.2, 56.4. But Andy's on his way. And he's out clearly in the lead then, so Andy then leads the race. Dusty Fossil's in P2. Mikey, is he going to be out ahead of Tom DeVal? The answer is... no, they're going to be neck and neck in turn 1. Can Mikey wrap him up quickly? No, he can't. Then Tom DeVal is ahead of Mikey again. These two have been changing position with each stop, but Tom DeVal has just nipped out ahead. So that was critical for Tom's race. Then he's got himself onto the podium, and Odon in 5th. Oblivion is now 6th. So he's brought himself into this one nicely as well with that mega stint he did earlier on the hards. Derek's into 7th, Max in 8th. Face Potter and Sagoose 9th and 10th. Sagoose, of course, on the softs now. Zom's on the softs as well. He's 12th. Johnny Boy are now getting off of those hard tyres finally. Yeah, Dusty Fossil's got a long way to go on those soft tyres. He's going to have to really look after them. He's got 8 seconds back to Tom DeVal. We know Tom DeVal is rapid. So expect to see Tom taking chunks of time out of Dusty Fossil. But it does look like Andy has played this one absolutely superbly. Living short field. Maybe. He's dropping back from Odon. Starting on fresher tyres. So let's see, he does have significantly less fuel than everybody around him. Now, what's Mikey got for Tom DeVal? Final corner. 47 seconds to gap then. Dusty Fossil is just under 8 seconds back, and like you say, again, another 56 there, so a lot of times there, super consistent from car. 56.4, 56.2, 56.4, 56.8. Solid lap times. Bit of a twitch there, getting on the powers to be his first flying lap, but he's really now just cruising to the end. Dusty Fossil's got to look after those tyres. Keep the gap to Tom DeVal coming down ever so slightly. Tom Lennon, don't be the guy, don't be the jinx. He's driven very well tonight so far. That podium though is tantalisingly close. Can he do anything about it? And of course they're both closing on Dusty Fossil. Gap's now under 7 seconds. Dusty in tyre preservation mode. Well, Mikey and Tom can just push. Odon go 1 in 5th. Shaking up nicely for him then. Oblivion is closing down, but well, we were concerned about his fuel. Derek in 7th. And Max in 8th, back on the soft tyres against the Goose and Face Bottas. We're going to have to train a cars here. We see some position changes here. Zomla in 11th. Yeah, that extra stop has absolutely killed him, unfortunately. If he could have run it right, he'd probably be 2nd or 3rd, I think, without that extra stop. So Andy now stretching his lead, so Dusty Boss was definitely saving his tyres. That front left is already looking very, very angry. The gap behind now under 6 seconds. Tom Duval is coming, he's pulling away from Mikey just ever so slightly. Mikey keeping him honest. Gap's now just under 2 seconds, and Mikey's had a better final sector. So Tom's not getting away from him completely. Has Mikey got anything to offer him then? Let's have a look at the lap times. Andy's just done a 55.2, then the fastest lap of the race. 58.1 from Carl that lap, the big drop off on that lap. 55.7 from Tom Duval, it's a big gain. 55.9 from Mikey. So he's keeping Tom very, very honest, just a couple of tenths between those two. He's on a 5th, looking behind him, but is he okay on fuel? 3 laps in there. Yeah, maybe, he might be okay. This is a 57.1. This is his personal best, fastest lap of the race, so he's confident enough to push. Derek's there as well. 56.3, so he's closing as well, so these three coming together as well for 5th, 6th and 7th. Max go well in 8th, got Sagoose right behind him as well. And Face Bottas there as well. Face Bottas very sideways there. There's a good little battle packs going on. Zom has a good pace in this one, just on his personal fastest lap of the race as well, but the extra stop has killed him. One too many pit stops from him, unfortunately. Bossel there's his chase at Tom Duval. It's now 4.5 seconds. Mikey again, just losing a couple of tenths to him. Still very much in touch. They are running out of laps now. We've got 2.5 laps to go. Dusty Fossil, that's 2.5 laps too many for that front left tyre. He's going to have no front left tyre by the end of this next lap. In fact, if he even gets to the end of this lap with it, I'll be very impressed then. That tyre is very, very second hand. The gap behind is now under 4 seconds. So the battle for the podium is closing up. Meanwhile, look at this pair of trios. Odon, whose tyres are also looking very, very second hand. He's got Oblivion now all over him. Derek's very much there as well. And look at gap back, and they've got Max, Goose and Face Potter. Everybody on the soft tyres. These three back here, their tyres are all very similar. Face Potter's slightly better. Well, ahead of them, Derek's got the best. I'm sorry, Oblivion's got the best tyres out of these three, and he's now all over the back of Odon, whose front left is very, very much done. Oblivion's got a good run down the start-finish straight. Odon's got a little bit defensive, then driving down the middle. Which side does Oblivion want to go? He's going to go to the outside. It's difficult to go around the outside there, though. That track really narrows. So Odon holds on, but Derek now enters the chat as well. Around the outside he goes. Look for an alternate line, find a way through. Probing, Oblivion's looking at the inside. Face Potter shuts the door, but then goes deep, and Oblivion's up the inside of him. And just on traction low, through he goes. The drag race now up towards the hairpin. Odon's got the momentum off the corner to stay alongside, but you think on the brakes here, Oblivion will have more grip and should get that move done. He does. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Derek's now trying to buy into this as well. Well, let's have a look what's going on here. Look at the gap now, it's 1.1 seconds. Dusty Fossil has got no front left tyre. And Tom Duval is there. So he's bridged that gap then. Mikey's dropped back a little bit then. Is he going to be able to get there before the end of this race? We've got 1.5 laps to go. I think it's a question of when he gets in rather than if. Meanwhile, as Oblivion starts to check out, Max, Def and the other three are starting to close on this gap though. Face Potter's dropped back a little bit. Max and Sagoose are catching Derek now. So Odon has now got 4 cars behind him. Odon's front left is gone. His tyre is cooked. The battle for P2, Tom Duval is there. And now it's a question of when. And it's going to be here because Dusty Fossil can't even get the car turned. Tom Duval's going to get the run down the start-finish straight. Dusty Fossil going defensive down the middle of the road. Tom Duval to the inside. And I think on the brakes this will be a no contest. Yeah, Tom Duval gets the apex. Through he goes. And into P2 as they start the final lap. Mikey's still 4 seconds back. He was on the grass. That might just save Dusty Fossil. Meanwhile, what's going on back here? Then Derek now all over Odon. Oblivion's checked out. Odon then's got to try and position his car as best he can to try and hold on. Max and Sir Goose are arriving as well. Derek there's always got the traction, has he? He's up the inside, but Odon slams the door in his face. He's got a little bit of front right tyre left. He can turn in there, but now is where he's struggling there through the right-handers. And Derek now gets the traction out the corner. We saw Oblivion get this position a lap ago. Derek's now going to do the same move, is he? Yes, he is, up the inside. Doing hangs wise, Sir Goose then on the outside of Max as well. Great battles going on then. What's going on in the battle for P3? Mikey is closing. Dustin also got no front tyres on either side. Derek's got the move done on Odon finally. Max, Sir Goose and Face Potter are nose to tail as well. No tyres left for Sir Goose, nothing left for Max. Face Potter's got nothing left either. Nobody's got any tyres left. Zom's bike closing in. But out of the final corner, he has driven superbly. It has been a cruise in this final stint for him. Then Andy then is going to be victorious. Oh, as if it's had a power cut. Oh no. Andy crosses the line. He wins round 5. Tom DeVal's going to come across the line in P2. What's going on in the battle for P3? Yeah, Mikey's just dropped too far back. Tom DeVal's going to get P2. Dusty Foss is going to hang on for P3 ahead of Mikey. I need to go back there. What's going on in this battle here? Oh, Max Def. Oh, Face Potter sideways. Oh, he's still sideways. He's hanging on to it there, but Zom's right behind him. He's got a half-second penalty. Sir Goose has got no tyres left. Zom's trying to get up the inside. He's going to get Face Potter regardless because he'll have a second penalty. So Mikey 4th, Oblivion 5th. Derek gets P6, P7 for Odon, P8 for Max. 9th goes the way of Zom, 10th for Face Potter. Sir Goose is out of fuel on the run to the line. He's going to crawl across the line then in P11. Johnny Boy then. Board then as he heads up the hill for the final time. 58.3, that's solid pace from Johnny. He's got the pace in there. Just fell back a little bit earlier on then out of the battle, but his pace was comparable with those ahead of him on the soft tyres. Struggling a little bit, they got very little front left. Found these two right-handers really hurts that tyre. And one corner to go. It's a left-hander, so we've got plenty of front right tyre. He'll be fine there. Tips it in. And across the line he goes then. Here's our final finisher then. So, 26 laps, and it is FTRL stalwart Co-Andy who is victorious. Drove superbly there. Started on the medium tyres. Good stint on the hards in the middle. A couple of soft stints there towards the end. Very solid night work from him then. He's victorious then by 14.1 seconds there. Comfortable win in the end there. Tom DeVal coming through for a very solid P2. Dusty Fossil there held on for P3. Really solid job there. No tyres at the end there for the final lap and a half. And there Mikey just fell too far back. That mistake there at the start of the final lap meant that he couldn't challenge for that final spot on the podium. Oblivion then, who did that superb early stint on the hard tyres to get to lap 12, finishes with a solid P5 ahead of Derek, who gets P6 from Odon on the final lap. He ends up 7th. Max there held off the charging pack behind him to take P8 ahead of Zom, who gets Face Potter on the line there, who had a half-second penalty. So Goose running out of fuel and tyres on the final lap, then ends up P12. Jesus lagging out in the final lap there, but I think he'll probably get put back in again there. And Johnny Boy there, the final finisher in 12th. And that then concludes tonight's action. So we are on a week break next week, so mid-season break. So no GT3 next Wednesday, unfortunately. But we have still got plenty of action this week on FTRL. We've got GT2 and GT1 combined tomorrow and Friday then. So with it being the halfway point of the season, we've got a special event, and it is the F15TA, I believe it is, which is basically an 80s turbo F1 car. So we'll be doing Super Formula this season, while we've got a special event where everybody's in the F1500 at St. Croix A, and yeah. So it's a mixed grid as well, so we will have one of each team from GT2 and one of each team from GT1 in each lobby. So there'll be a race within a race, and it's all about the teams, so please do join us tomorrow. I think it's Zach on commentary tomorrow, and I believe it's Sean commentating on Friday. So please do join us for that then. But thank you very much for everybody in the stream. If you haven't liked the stream before you go, please do so. Please do join us tomorrow and Friday then for yet more great FTRL action. But from me for this evening, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.